It may surprise you to know that thousands of people are working from home all across this country and literally all around the world, making money using their voice, recording voiceovers. Hi, my name is Bill DeWeese. I'm a pro voiceover talent. I have been for the past 14 years recording projects for companies like Coca-Cola and Disney and MasterCard and John Deere and thousands of others, as well as many smaller companies and organizations, yes, throughout North America, but literally around the world from home. In my own home studio, this small space, my own self-quarantined space, which is certainly appropriate given the pandemic that we're facing right now, which brings me to the topic of this video, and that is that I've put together a course specifically to help you during this difficult time. Now, beyond the obvious health implications of COVID-19, many more yet are suffering financial consequences. And the scary thing is we don't even know to what extent the financial damage will be. But smaller businesses especially are going out of business. Employees are being sent home to work if they still have a job. Many are losing their jobs. And the idea of getting a side hustle to make money, or it used to be you just simply drive for Uber or Lyft. And that's not even the possibility that it was. And we don't know exactly how long this will go on, but it certainly will for the next month or two. So what do you do to take care of yourself, your family now, but not just now, but into the future? And working in a self-quarantine space, even into the future, I think we can all agree now is not a bad idea. Well, I've put together a 4-week class, A to Z, soup to nuts, on how to create and build a voiceover business, a profitable voiceover business from your home. It begins on Thursday evening, April 16th. It goes for 4 consecutive weeks. Now, during this 4-week course, you're going to learn a number of things, but again, all the things that you need to know to get up and running. So when you complete this course, you will have the information, the knowledge, the tools that you need to make this happen affordably. So week 1, we're going to talk about the tech side of voiceover. Now, you may be thinking, well, I'm not a studio engineer. Don't feel bad. I'm not either, and you don't have to be. As a matter of fact, the technology is so much more affordable, so much cheaper, and so much easier to use now than it used to be. But we'll talk about the equipment. What do you need? And just as importantly, what do you not need? And how to get that set up, and how do you pick and use the right microphone? How you select the right space in your home or your apartment. And we'll talk about the difference between soundproofing and sound treatment to make sure that you get pro audio sound from home. What about editing? What kind of recording software should you use? We'll talk about that and why. And also, if you like to stay on the move, what about recording, about a mobile rig? Well, we'll talk about that as well. And here's some good news. There is one place that almost everyone has that can provide the near perfect environment for recording, and we'll talk about that. Now, in week 2, we'll move on to the art of performance. What do you do when you get behind the microphone? And here's good news. This is not about having a great voice or even, a big, deep voice. This is about learning to connect. I've got students who are teachers and preachers and salespeople and factory workers and doctors and attorneys. I mean, literally from every walk of life who make money recording voiceovers, many of which have very average voices. But we'll talk about how to maximize your chance of landing a job through mastering the audition process. How to use emotion to make your performance powerful and personal. How to self-direct when you're there alone in your studio at home. How do you get the best performance from yourself each and every time? I'll talk about the single biggest reason why a client will choose you over your competitors, and some easy tips and strategies to quickly get to your best read and your best performance. Then we move on into week 3, and we'll talk about mastering marketing. It's great to have a good product. We need a good product, a good recording. We need to know what to do behind a microphone. But then how do you get clients? How do you get jobs? Well, the great thing is you don't need an MBA. This is all very learnable. I'll teach you where to find paying jobs in the next 24 to 48 hours. No cost and low cost marketing techniques that I've used to land 5-figure jobs. I'll talk about my portfolio-based approach to marketing. I call it the marketing wheel, and how you can learn to do the same thing and maximize it to maximize the profits of your business. I'll also talk about agents and unions. Do you use them? Do you need them? And if so, what is their role? And then in week 4, we'll move on to our Q&A, where of course, you will have learned a lot, but you'll have a lot of questions. So I'll commit to spending that night to answering your questions and making sure that you have full understanding of what you need to know. Now, I'm also going to include some free bonuses for you. So not only do you get the 4 weeks of training, but you're going to receive a series of video tutorials created by audio engineer and my son, Alex DeWeese, using Adobe Audition. So it's Adobe Audition 101 training. Also, a series of Tech Talk videos that I created with my son, the sound engineer, Alex. You'll learn about setting up your home studio, tutorials on how to pick the right microphone, how to set up your audio chain, setting levels, audio levels, what is noise floor, and what do you do with that, and a whole lot more. Now, seating is limited, and my hope is that I will be able to fill this up so that I can help as many people as possible. Again, not only get through this coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, but beyond, so that they so that they can have the security, the financial security of taking care of their family, not only now, but into the future. And the program that I'm offering is easily worth $1,000, but I want to make sure as many people can participate as possible. This program, the cost is only $97. So you get the 4 weeks, you get the tutorials, the tech tutorials, all of that, everything that I've mentioned for only $97. And I encourage you to look below, click, get signed up, reserve your spot now. And I look forward to beginning to teach and work with you on Thursday, April 16th. I'll see you then.